Hey bitches and hoes, it's me Nora. I'm here to talk about tucking and how empowering I think it is. And a lot of people seem to think the opposite, that when a trans woman isn't tucking, wow, that is so empowering. Like, look at her, she's just like gorgeous and she's got a bulge and like, whoa. But for me, I think tucking is only natural. And it just makes sense to me as a trans woman, and I find it empowering. I don't know why any other trans woman wouldn't. But for real, tucking needs to be comfortable. It needs to be more accessible and more comfortable because it's not as easy. Like, you go to the store and this is what I have in mind. Like, oh, I'm gonna buy some underwear, and it's gonna look like a what do I do with where does it what like no, you know what I mean? Like, so I start tucking, and it can help create the not only like the shape I want, but I just feel more comfortable when I'm tucking. Um, you know, I conceal, I don't feel. It's all like that. I sit down when I go to the bathroom. This is my opinion right now. Straight guys, my theory is they touch their penises far more than a trans woman will touch her dick, her female penis, her female dick, her fic, her whatever, her oversized clit, whatever you want to call it. We, or me anyway, this is what a tucking device might look like. Look at this bullshit anyway. Like, let's just get this out of the way. Like, this is some bullshit. This, I cut off the end of a pair of tights and this off a sock. And it's super comfortable, but it's some bullshit. So, it's not always easy. It's not always convenient. And, there's a lot to tuck down there for me. So when I'm doing it, I need to make sure that things are in order, and I do find it comfortable. I do find it more, just in general comfortable. Like, it's almost like a 24-hour pad, you know what I mean? But look at this bullshit. This is some bullshit. Like, come on, department stores. Like, let's put something like this together. Like, can we do this for trans women in like the feminine care section or whatever? Because we need this. This is ridiculous. It's not always comfortable. It's not always convenient. And it's why I always wear skirts. Super comfortable. It makes everything just easier. And when I go to the bathroom, I sit down. It's a question I get a lot. Do you stand when you pee? From like curious people. Mostly dudes want to know this because, I don't know, that's the question they come up with, of course. And no, I sit down when I pee. I think it's more hygienic. And here's my theory. I don't touch my dick as much because I tuck. It's just not a thing. It's never like in the way. I don't think manspreading is real because I can tuck and cross my legs and I'm just fine. I can untuck, cross my legs, I'm just fine. And I also want to say this, like, I just move a piece of fabric and I pee. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not touching anything but that piece of fabric. I wash my hands before and after. You know what? Things just work out that way. They're just comfortable that way for me. So yeah, I mean, trans women are clearly just living differently. We relate differently to our anatomy. So I can see how not tucking is like, oh, you go, girl. But like, for me, I'm just like, my daily practice, my daily routine is empowering for me. It is my difference. It is all the above. And that's all I have to say. Yeah, like, this is what it looks like. I'll just show you my bra paired with something like this. This is like underwear for me. Tucking is empowering. It's fine. Everything works out. So feminine, right? It just is what it is. And I think that's the end of this conversation. So yeah, fuck this bullshit. What is this bullshit? It works, but it's bullshit. So, like, I know any woman out there would be like, oh, like, this is what you do. Yeah. And I have to look for these all over the room when I can't, because I'm kind of a sloppy princess. So that's the end of this. Tucking is empowering for me. It's how I live my life, and I think, like, yeah, it's part of my womanhood, so part of everything. Leave us alone. Come up with better lingerie for trans women. Bye.